सोच में सकारात्मकता लाएं, जीवन को बेहतर बनाएं। मनोदर्पण पर कॉल लगाएं, मनोबल अपना और बढ़ाएं। मनोदर्पण पर कॉल लगाएं, मनोबल अपना और बढ़ाएं। चलो आज ही प्रण ले हम, मानसिक स्वास्थ्य सुधारे हम। चलो आज ही प्रण ले हम, मानसिक स्वास्थ्य सुधारे हम। मनोदर्पण के काउंसलर से परामर्श पाने के लिए डायल करें टोल फ्री नंबर 844-844-0632। नंबर एक बार फिर सुने 844-844-0632।
Namaskar. Very warm welcome to all the viewers and learners in this live interaction of CIT NCERT named Sahyog. I am Renu Bhatt with you all, and you are watching us live on eVidya channels, channel number 6 to 12. And apart from all these channels, you are with us on our YouTube channel as well, that is NCERT Official. And dear learner, before we start this particular session, let me share a very brief about Sahyog sessions. And as you all know, Sahyog and Paricharcha sessions are held under Manodarpan initiative, and it's a brilliant initiative by Ministry of Education as a part of Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan, so that we can provide psychosocial support to all the students, their parents, teachers across the country, and we talk about their mental well-being as well in these sessions. And in this particular session, we are going to discuss more about a very important topic, and the topic is how to overcome mathematics phobia in students. Or when I was a child, I was quite afraid of mathematics, and I'm quite sure कि कई students हैं जिनको किसी न किसी particular subject से थोड़ा डर लगता है. वो mathematics भी हो सकता है, वो कोई और subject भी हो सकता है, but आज के इस session में हम बात करेंगे specifically मैथमेटिक्स सेशन से जुड़ा हुआ. मैथमेटिक फोबिया है अगर आपको, तो आप अपनी सभी क्वेरीज के साथ हमसे जुड़ सकते हैं. और इससे पहले कि मैं आपको वो सभी माध्यम बताऊं, चलिए हम मिलते हैं अपने एक्सपर्ट से जो हमारे साथ जुड़ चुके हैं. आप हैं डॉक्टर निर्जेश, यू आर असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर फ्रॉम नीरी शिलोंग. वेरी वार्म वेलकम मैम.
नमस्कार मैम.
नमस्ते मैम. और हमारे साथ हमारी प्रैक्टिसिंग काउंसलर यू आर डॉक्टर लोपा मुद्रा साहा. वेरी वार्म वेलकम मैम.
नमस्कार.
Namaste ma'am. And dear learners and viewers, if you have any phobia related to this particular subject, you can reach out to us through our various mediums. और आप हमें कॉल कर सकते हैं हमारे टेलीफोन नंबर पे जो है 8800440559. And if you want to talk to Manodarpan counselors, you need to dial 844-844-0632. और अगर आप हमारे YouTube चैनल पे हैं, दैट इज़ NCERT ऑफिशियल, आप लाइव चैट बॉक्स में जाएंगे, अपना कमेंट ड्रॉप करेंगे. ये सबसे तेज़ माध्यम है हमसे जुड़ने का, और हम चाहते हैं कि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा अपनी क्वेरीज़ के साथ आप हमसे हमारे लाइव इंटरेक्शन में जुड़ें. अगर आप ईमेल करना चाहते हैं तो आप वो भी कर सकते हैं. आप हमारे ईमेल एड्रेस पे अपना ईमेल भेजेंगे जो आपको अपनी टेलीविज़न स्क्रीन पर नज़र आ रहा है. वी वुड अप्रिशिएट योर एफर्ट्स इफ़ यू शेयर योर फीडबैक एज वेल. So we want you to participate in this particular session in huge numbers. तो जब तक हमारे व्यूअर्स हमसे जुड़ते हैं, हम निर्जेश मैम आपके पास आएंगे और हम आपसे जानना चाहेंगे. वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट मैथमेटिक्स फोबिया. व्हाट एग्जैक्टली मैथमेटिक्स फोबिया इज़, और इस प्रेजेंट सिनेरियो में अगर स्कूल्स की हम बात करें तो प्रेजेंट सिनेरियो क्या है मैम?
ओके मैम. मैम, कैन आई हैव द स्लाइड्स?
श्योर मैम.
Yes, the mathematics phobia is quite common among the students. The fear about mathematics subject, especially for the subject mathematics. The student starts fear about mathematics at early age because they don't get so much exposure toward the mathematics, so much teaching methodology towards mathematics. So they get fear about mathematics. So we can define mathematics phobia as the mathematics weaknesses in the students that deals with the psychological dimensions of learning. When a student feels fear about mathematics, it directly affects his learning, his or her learning. It directly affects. And the other thing we can say about the mathematics phobia is that it is the feeling of anxiety that stops someone from efficiently tackling mathematics problem. He wants to away from the mathematical problems he is having in his field. So he's just want to get away that mathematical problems. Next slide can we have? Mathematics phobia can be, we can classify mathematics phobia, and basically generally we categorize in the two types. First one is general arthmophobia and second one is specific arthmophobia. General arthmophobia is more serious than a specific arthmophobia, because general arthmophobia contains the fear about all the numbers we have in mathematics. And when we fear about all the numbers, then we are not dealing with the mathematics in a correct way if we fear from all the numbers. And another one is specific arthmophobia. It seems to be fear from a specific number, that someone having a fear about a particular number. For example, number 13. Someone seems that number 13 is unlucky, so they starts feeling a fear of number 13. It depends on their experience, on their beliefs. It depends on the specific arthmophobia, that depends on their particular experience or their particular beliefs. They have that phobia in them. Next slide, please. In present scenario, we can talk about the students are having much more phobia about the subject mathematics. One of the study done by the Q Maths area, that this shows that 82% of the students from class to 10th are fearful of mathematics. Only 18% are confident about their mathematics. It's such a phobia, mathematics phobia the students are having in them. Only one out of 10 students is confident about their maths ability. And one more study we have, that secondary school students, 100 out of 100 students, only 63 were having phobia, and others are not having phobia of the mathematics. They are dealing effectively with the subject mathematics. And it is also found that the phobia among female students are more than their counterparts, male students. So it is a big issue right now, that presently we have a mathematics phobia in the school students. We found mathematics phobia. Next slide, please.
Okay.
These studies shows that what student percept about mathematics. The phobia occurs when they think that mathematics subject is no less serious than the monster. They feel that it is a devil. They feel like that. That feeling create a phobia among the students towards the subject mathematics. They start feeling sleepy when they study mathematics. They just want to avoid the mathematics. In the exams, they just pray that we will take care of our other subjects, just take care of our mathematics. They just pray to God that. And it is a common phobia among the students seen in the school. And this is particular phobia that leads to the decrease of interest in mathematics, increase their boredom in mathematics. They just avoid mathematics by saying that we can't do this. They just say a simple word that we can't do this. Just because of this perception. And the avoidance of the subject, that leads to the less competency, that less exposure, and they practice mathematics less. When they practice mathematics less, a phobia occurs naturally. Can we have the next slide, please? Then again, the mathematics phobia, we are having that it is a global issue. In India, not only India, it is globally affecting the students' perceptions about the mathematics. It affects the students' ability to interpret the subjects, to interpret the objects, how they are interpreting all the materials around them. When student feel difficulty to perceive a subject, that doesn't mean he or she is bad in mathematics. Is just because their perception about the mathematics. To improve the skills, they only need to be consistent in their work. They only need to be hard work in the subject, particularly mathematics. That is all about mathematics phobia we are having.
Okay, the ratio is quite big. There are 82% of the students who doesn't like maths and they have maths phobia. And here, Lopamudra ma'am, I just wanted to know the causes of mathematics phobia. What exactly the causes of mathematics phobia, ma'am?
Okay, sure. The next slides, please. Okay. One thing is like, negative past experience. Once, like the children first learn 1, 2, 3. Okay, fine. They have learned the numbers. After the numbers, then comes plus, minus, right? So what happens? Sometimes like they are giving examination, or like they are confused about plus and minus. So it creates a problem. So once they have performed bad in their classroom, then what happens, like they again they think that maybe last time I have done bad, so this time also I'll do bad. So this actually lowers their morale, and like lack in this way na, their confidence is lowered. Okay, once they have done wrong, so they think like this time I'll be doing wrong again. So it's a very big problem. So the very perception, ma'am also told, the perception is very important. The perception, if the perception of the child is like I cannot do, I cannot I have performed bad, प्लस के जगह माइनस कर दिया, माइनस की जगह प्लस कर दिया, वो अगर रह जाए ना माइंड में, तो दैट विल क्रिएट अ प्रॉब्लम. Okay, so this only brings in a lack of confidence among the students. और एक बार हो गया गलती, so that will be repeatedly it will be going on and going on. One very important thing is like the teaching method. You know, there are a lot of methods of like एक sum का solution बहुत सारा होता है, right? So it's like जब teaching method, teachers should take, in this case teachers should take some initiative, that if this method is not working for the child, they should like go for some other method, so that the child can understand. Kyunki all the children are not the same. If I say like there are a lot of individual differences, so if I think as a teacher, if I think that if the student who is securing the highest mark in the class, if I think that the ability of that particular child and the ability of the lowest scorer is same, no, we are wrong. We have to work on the children who are actually like weak. So this is very important. We should, like, if this teaching method is not working, then we should go for some other teaching method. Then there are some wrong beliefs, you know, like earlier it was like, if I say about technical lines and all, like girls cannot be engineers. So there is a gender bias. Sometimes like this particular community is bad at maths. So this kind of wrong beliefs also, sometimes you lower your confidence. So this is also a very big issue. Then we always have some like negative attitude towards maths, that already I told that like negative past experience, that negative past experience only create a very negative attitude towards mathematics, that it is very hard. Maths, we have to, but the main funda is you have to give more time to that particular subject. That is it. Okay, if it is mathematics or any other subjects, if you are weak in some subject, we have to give more time. But often on, what happens, like we are already we have some negativities regarding this particular subject, that I am very bad at this, so I will perform bad only. If I don't have that much confidence only to go with it. Like, and then one more thing, it is very important. This is high expectations of the teachers and parents. You know, like the teachers or parents sometimes, like, yeah, maybe the student is not that much interested in maths in comparison to like history might be. So it is his or her own interest, right? So but the teacher, the parents, they will be pressurizing that you are doing good in this particular subject, but you are not doing good in maths, so you have to work hard. But whenever we are like sometimes when we are making them understand that particular time we don't get the like we don't know where is the line कि कहाँ तक प्रेशराइज करना चाहिए. थोड़ा
Right.
बहुत मोटिवेशन चाहिए बट वो लाइन क्रॉस करना नहीं चाहिए, क्योंकि इफ वी आर crossing that bar, we are crossing that line, then this will bring in a very like what to say, negative attitude towards the students. High expectations are good, but high expectation should be not like that, that it has crossed the limit and the child become, instead of becoming motivated, the child become more the child become more pressurized. They feel the pressure of examination. Next slide please. So what I was telling, that this will actually lower down their self-esteem. And the proper, I told about this proper guidance and motivation. If you are not guiding properly, we can say yes, you do hard, but often on, if we are going on saying the same thing, they will be bored hearing the similar thing. So it's very important to find a fine line in between, like pressurization and motivation. That is very important from the elders part. Then sometimes the student is good at maths, but the student has not practiced properly. So what will happen if that particular student is going for the examination? Then he or she will be not performing good, right? Because practice is very important. Like, why we never forget our name? Because this name we are practicing every day, right? So it's same for any topic, anything. So it's very important that we practice math. There should be a proper time, like this much time I will render for maths. That's it. Okay. Then the pressure of examination, sometimes like some students are there, we will get a lot of students like this. They will be performing very good whenever they are in home, in their house, but whenever they are going in the examination, instead of plus they will write minus. The whole sum is correct. We say, like, I'm a teacher, so I have an experience of this. Often I see that they will be doing the whole sum properly, and the last phase might be, instead of plus they have written minus, or like that something. This is actually due to mathematics phobia. This is actually due to this pressure of examination, that whether I will pass or not, or like sometimes for the time constraint, because there is a stipulated time for examination. So whenever you are doing doing a sum in your house, that time though you don't have like stipulated time, but in case of examination you have stipulated time. So in that particular, so you are thinking about time, you are thinking about the correction, all these things, and you are thinking about passing in the examination. All this makes the child confused, and this brings in actually problem. Okay. And sometimes like fear of embarrassment also. If I fail, what will happen? The child thinks. So thinking negative, that negative thought will make you more embarrassed. Okay. And like this will bring in problem in your mathematics. Then sometimes like some children are capable of doing small sums, but whenever there is a long calculation, they find it very boring, or like what I'll do, I cannot do so much long thing. They will be leaving, they will be quitting. So this is also a very big problem. So these are some of the problems, basic problems, I guess, for mathematics phobia.
Okay, so those were the causes of mathematics phobia, and I'm quite sure there are so many solutions for that as well, how to overcome that. But Nirjesh ma'am, as a mathematics teacher, there should be some, and there must be some strategies to overcome that. Ma'am, what are those strategies and suggestions that you want to share with all our learners, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. There are so many ways that we overcome with the fear of mathematics. First, the first thing we should do, that don't inculcate the fear of mathematics among the students. Sometimes parents inculcating the fear of the subject. They say that this is the difficult subject. You need to do it for the long time. That creates a fear. It is a difficult one, so it needs time. The starting difficulty, it creates a fear about the subject, particular subject. When we are naming it as mathematics, then it is about mathematics. But anyhow, there are some ways that we overcome with the fear of mathematics. One of the ways, can I have the next slide, please? One of the ways is debunk myth around the mathematics. There are so many myths around us that mathematics is a difficult subject. It is very time consuming. That is a myth. If you do one mistake, your whole question will go wrong. This is the myth about the mathematics. The process you following is correct, then it means you know about the mathematics. Just some practice is needed. That is all to away the fear of mathematics. Second one is practice mathematics daily. It is about all the subject that you should practice any subject daily. On daily basis, when you practice mathematics, you will feel it a easy or it a simple subject. You will calculate the things very easily when you practice daily. Third thing we can do about is we should start to apply mathematics in our real life. As we are living a life, we need money, we need to sell, we need to purchase, all things we are doing in our daily basis. From the mathematics, we can deal with these daily life situations. So when we use the mathematics in our daily life, it will be easy for the children. Then other thing we can do is we can encourage the competitions among the students for the group learning. When there are the students of the same level, same pace learning, we can have a competition among them, so that someone tried to do better than the other. That can be a way to get away from the fear of mathematics. Next one is make maths fun. We can make mathematics as a fun. We can use mathematics as a fun. There are so many activities we do with the mathematics, and students are enjoying this. One of the gamification of mathematics, we can do it as fun, so that students get away from the fear of that mathematics. They started doing that. Next one is positive reinforcement. This is an important point. Positive reinforcement for any student, it is very important. When a student is doing something incorrect, in particular in subject mathematics, so we should not demotivate that you can't do this, this is wrong, this is that. We should not use that kind of words. Instead we should use try again, do it, you can do it. That kind of words we can use, so that student starts learning mathematics herself or himself. He can do that. And the next one is read maths books. So we should give students chance to read the mathematics book, different mathematics they read. Then suppose someone is having difficulty in one book and the solution is in another book. He can find the solution in another book. He can find the way of solving the particular problem easily in the another book. So that should be a habit of reading mathematics book, that through which we can get away from the fear of mathematics. Next slide, please. This one is encourage understanding and memorization. When we encourage students, do this, you will do this, we are encouraging to do some concepts. Suppose a fraction concept we are dealing with the students, they get to know what is fraction and they are knowing what is fraction. And in the higher classes, we are using that fraction. We are using that concept of fraction, that memorization. He or she should be having the basic understanding of that fraction, so that he can understand the higher level of concepts of fractions. Next one is take time to answer questions. When teacher asks some questions to the students, that he should give some time to think. When students think that they have to answer immediately of a question, they start getting fear. They start having phobia. So sufficient time for thinking about the answer should be given the student, so that they can get away from this fear that we can also do it, we can do it, we will do it, and they think and they do. Next one is break down the complex problem into smaller and manageable parts. When we are having a complex problem in mathematics that students are feeling it is very difficult, it is very complex, we can't, then that problem should be divided into smaller parts. That should be divided into the smaller parts, and the smaller parts are explained individually. When they are explained individually, the complex problem solve automatically. That should be done in the classroom when students are fearing about a difficult problem. Then that problem should be breakdown for the clear understanding of the concept for the student. That these are some ways that through which we can drive away the fear of mathematics from the students.
Okay, so I'm quite sure our viewer Gupta, you also get the answer how to overcome mathematics phobia. There are so many ways that you need to inculcate in your daily routine and in your discipline. And Lopamudra ma'am, we would like you to give a message to all these students and their parents. What would be that message, ma'am?
Okay, I will talk about actually 9 P's. Some of the P's Madam has already discussed, but still I'll tell about 9 P's. The first P is problem area identification. The main thing is problem area identification. You have to find out where is the problem. Sometimes, there are various, like there are arithmetic, there are mensuration, there are the trigonometry, there are geometry. So there are some like where your problem, where some are very good in arithmetic, but some are very they cannot understand the geometry part. So you need to know where is your problem, and accordingly we have to work on this with the help of the teachers and the parents. Okay, so it's very important to finding out the problem area. If I am telling about the smaller child, so we have to find where that child is actually getting the problem. We need to know, we need to talk to the child where they are having their problem, then only we can have a solution. Then one more thing is we should have a positive attitude regarding maths. Ma'am has told that like the myths, so we have to come out with the myths of that myths, and we have to have a positive attitude that yes, we can do better in maths. Then practicing regularly, ma'am has already told that we need to practice. A particular amount of time is needed actually to practice. Then one more thing is practical application. Like suppose if a child is not able to actually calculate the small things, we can do. The small children, you can give some money to them, and like you say that here are some money, and you bring this stuffs from the market, or like some from the shop, and give me back the money. So this small things you can give, and they will actually in this way, and you can make them understand. See, there you are actually using mathematics, so you need to know mathematics in your real life also. So in this way you can actually like bring some interest within the children. Then one more thing is like if you are not like you are not doing well in maths, there should be always like you should have positive self talk. Okay, last time I have not done good, but this time I will practice more and I will do good. I will perform good. I will perform better. This kind of self talk, na, the
Ma'am,
children.
I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you. We have only couple of minutes with us, ma'am.
Okay, I'll just speed up. So positive self talk is very important. Then next slide, please. Then is actually peer help. If you are not having if you are having problem sometimes now, we do not understand the why what the other persons, like the parents, the elder persons are telling. So it's better if we do group studies. This will help us because we understand our age people more. So it's very important, like we can have group studies, so we can take peer help. Then the parents, it's very important that the parents actually create a positive environment. The parents, the teachers create a positive environment. One more thing I can say is like the children can actually hear music while they are doing the sums. This actually brings in a very good result whenever you are doing maths. You know, you will not get during your examination, but during the time of actually when you are doing the maths, it's bring in a positive regard within you. The music, the music therapy is a very good therapy for any kind of problems. So we can hear music and do our sums.
Right.
And if this is nothing works, the last thing is you can go for some professional help. There are a lot of counselors, you can talk to them and have actually solve your problems accordingly. So that's all for today.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so very much for your valuable information. And dear learners and viewers, if there is a problem, there is a solution as well. You just need to find the right way to get it. That is what maths teaches us. And it's time for me to wrap up this session because we are running very short of time right now. But before that, let me thank our experts. Thank you so very much, Nirjesh ma'am and Lopamudra ma'am, for being with us and for your valuable information. Thank you so very much. Thank you, ma'am. And dear learners and viewers, thank you so very much for being with us throughout the sessions and for your valuable comments. And it's time for me to wrap up this session, but you stay tuned to eVidya channels and NCERT official YouTube channel for more informative programs. Me, Renu Bhatt, along with my whole team is taking your leave. Namaskar.
सोच में सकारात्मकता लाएं, जीवन को बेहतर बनाएं। मनोदर्पण पर कॉल लगाएं, मनोबल अपना और बढ़ाएं। मनोदर्पण पर कॉल लगाएं, मनोबल अपना और बढ़ाएं। चलो आज ही प्रण ले हम, मानसिक स्वास्थ्य सुधारे हम। चलो आज ही प्रण ले हम, मानसिक स्वास्थ्य सुधारे हम। मनोदर्पण के काउंसलर से परामर्श पाने के लिए डायल करें टोल फ्री नंबर 844-844-0632। नंबर एक बार फिर सुने 844-844-0632।